Yo, what's good is Zenos, and I got some good news. I finally got the chance to play both the pre-access and the open beta for Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. And oh man, yeah, this game is just built different in both a good way and a very strange and concerning way. It's a lot more aggressive, it's a much faster, and it's going in a direction that I'm gonna be real with you. You either gonna love it or you gonna just absolutely just hate it. So yeah, let's talk about it. I'd like to share my thoughts. So during the beta, you had casual matches, you had a training mode, you had CPU battles, and you had rollback netcode. And you had a 25 character roster. You had base roster, and you get good old Siegfried that joined into the mix. Sadly, my wife Neela is not here, but it's all right. We can do something about that. You know, we got Graham. That's good enough. That's our boy. That's our homeboy. You know, we gonna get things right with him. And man, I gotta say, characters I mainly use, Graham, Siegfried, and Percival, and to me, they all feel good. They feel right at home. Especially Graham, because I'm not gonna lie, outside of his weird 2H nerf that I really don't like, god dang it is a lot slower. 2Ls are no longer plus, outside of maybe one or two nerfs, but his combo routes are 1-for-1. They're still the same. It's probably a good thing because I cannot say the rest for a lot of characters. Some characters got nerfed to hell. Some characters, you know, feel a lot better. It just depends on who you play, and they can really affect your experience with the game depending if you return from Versus and you're coming to Rising. But if you're a new player, you're gonna probably like a lot of these characters. You're not even gonna notice it. It's gonna probably feel pretty good to you. Siegfried feels dope and he fits the game pretty well. All these system mechanics such as like the new guard crush mechanic, the dashing attacks, and the way auto combos are implemented now to where now you can either do a low or overhead. Feel like Siegfried is, you know, he's 1-for-1. He has the perfect kit. He does good damage, really good damage in the right hands. And I just feel like the system mechanics fit him pretty well. Speaking of system mechanics, I'm going to be frank, it is night and day how different Granblue is, like just base versus compared to Rising. And it's simply because of these system mechanics. They provide more aggression, more offense. Simply, it's a much faster game due to these mechanics. There are more ways to get in. There are more interactions. It spices the game up. It adds more flair to it. And I gotta say, I enjoy it. It's a nice change of pace. It is a pace that I'm going to be real with you, a lot of people will have to adjust to. But once you get into it, you know, you get used to your character and the system as a whole. You're going to enjoy this game a lot more. I feel like the dash attack, triple attacks, and raging strike provide a lot of more options when it comes to you opening your opponent. Oh, same with ultimate skill. Like for example, when it comes to the ultimate skills, certain ultimate skills have different properties. Some are unblockables, some are literally full skin projectiles, some are good for combo starters. Like, I feel that each character has a unique way on using their skills. Though at some points I do feel like there are certain characters that have ultimate skills that are certainly better than others, and some even feel just weak and underutilized. Now, Raging Strike and Raging Chain, oh boy, where do I start? Raging Chain is a crazy ass mechanic. It definitely makes the game faster. It's essentially the replacement for universal overheads now. I'm telling you, that move is fast. You can do it in a string. Hell, if you pull it off correctly, you can even do combos with it. Like, I mean, it makes quarter combos look a lot cooler now. I will say this, in even mid-screen combos, depending on the way you pull things off. But I don't know, I think it's a fun little mechanic. Now, it is beatable. You can either dodge it, but you gotta really be on time with it, or you can use the brave counter system, which is the next mechanic that they introduced. It's a extra defensive mechanic. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, it costs 1 bravery point and I believe 50% of your meter. So it is a little expensive, but the trade-off is you do push the opponent quite far. I think the mechanic's tight. I think it's cool. You just have to hit the guard button and triangle and circle, but the only issue is if you're a pad user, it's not gonna feel bad. But if you use stick or hitbox, it's gonna feel a little weird. They can definitely be adjusted and tweaked out, but overall I think the system mechanics are pretty cool. So with all that out the way, let's talk about the things that I just do not care about for the game right now. As of right now, hard knockdowns feel weak outside of supers. The majority of EX moves are not even hard knockdowns anymore. It's an adjustable change. Again, like, it's not like a deal breaker for me, but it just feels weird. And I think the whole point of that is to make the game faster. The grab windows also feel extremely generous, and it makes strike throw pointless to me. And I'm like, damn, this is weird. Really, the whole throw system in general feels weird, because now there are certain grabs. Now, I'm not talking about command grabs. Like, if an opponent throws out a button and you grab them, they can't take out. I think actually there are certain special moves and buttons that you can grab people out of that they can no longer take out at all. And the whole gripe behind the whole simple and technical inputs, it doesn't bother me. Made a whole video about it, but I will say this, they definitely need to do something about this change soon. For at least charge characters, at least, there's literally no point of using the motion inputs or using charge inputs in general when you can just throw their directional input. There are no cooldowns and the damage is the same. And I feel like the best way to balance this out is to have specific moves have a cooldown when using the easier input. But that's just me. But outside that, I think the game's solid. Definitely needs to be tweaked and worked on some more. But it was a fun beta and I had a good time. How do you guys feel about it? Do y'all feel like the beta was whack? Do y'all like this system mechanics? Do y'all hate them? What changes would you like to see in the future with Granblue? Just let me know in the comments section. We're definitely gonna have to talk about this when we get the chance to. But with that said, hope you guys take it easy, stay safe, and remember to be great.
Don't you want a rematch?